Hey everyone, it's Joe, the 50 something Dasher, with the DoorDash daily recap video for Tuesday, June 18th, 2024. And very interesting dash today because my wife was off work today and we kind of decided early in the dash when it was slow, and I'll get to this here in a minute. I decided that I go ahead and shut things down like right around 11 o'clock ish, and because we were going to go up to the north side of town to our favorite restaurant and eat and then go to Costco. And I didn't expect to make hardly anything. Maybe it was going to be maybe a half a day today, like 40, $50, something like that. And that was going to be okay. But I got this like flurry of activity, which I'll get to, and actually like almost made goals, surprisingly. So start time was 6:18, and I got a order pretty much right away. Just 6 minutes later, I got a $15.75 17-mile Meyer, 9 items. Now, I went ahead and took this because, the extra mileage was okay because I'm starting from home. It's going out to the east side. It's early, should be able to beat most of the traffic, so I took it. The list on this, there was two age restricted, like cough drops and cough medication. And then the rest of this was just, grocery items, some frozen breakfast items, a little kids apples and cheddar snack tray, and some yogurt, like three different kinds of yogurt. That was it. Drop that all. The shopping time, 9 minutes out of a recommended 18 minutes. And I dropped that. So what time did I get this? I got this offer at 6:24 and dropped that off at 7:11. So that's, what is that, 30, so like 47 minutes, and made 15.75. So that's pretty decent, I guess. 12.75 from DoorDash, $3 customer tip. Then I get a decline. I had made it back to zone and got a order for heading right back out to that same direction, but only for $7.50. 12.5 mile Taco Bell. No thanks. Decline. 1 minute later, I got something better. $8.50, stacked McDonald's, 4.5 miles, all in zone. So absolutely, that was right up my alley. Went to McDonald's, got my punch card, 2 punches in that. So I only need one more punch now for my second ever free lunch. And both of those were leave at the door. Pretty easy pickup and delivery there. And that was, I was kind of on orders like that. You're kind of fearful that one of them's going to be like a no tip order, and possible low rating or contract violation, something like that. But it was $2 total from DoorDash, so $1 per order. And a $3 tip and a $3.50 tip. So that works for me. Then I ran into like this slow period. So I dropped that off at 7:47, and I went to the shopping center. I got out of the car. I was on the phone with my wife, and I was just kind of like walking down the sidewalk. I must have went up and down the sidewalk 3 or 4 times. I'm not getting any orders. I didn't want to turn on Uber, but I was bored. I went ahead and turned it on, and I got about as horrible of an offer that you could possibly see, maybe on any of these apps. Look at this. I got to hold up the phone for this one. Look at this. $5.48, 10 miles. And that's for 2 Walmart orders. I mean, are you kidding me here? I just, I don't get that. And are there, it makes me wonder, is Uber able to offer junk like this because people actually take that orders like that? Like, are there people that just like are absolutely clueless with numbers? Maybe. Hey, I don't know, and have just no what's the words I'm looking for? Just no common sense like whatsoever, isn't good with math like in the slightest bit, and just take whatever they get, and don't even know until the end. And even at the end of the day, let's say they did like 10 orders and they made $30 and drove like 150 miles, and don't even know that that's a bad day. I mean, are there people like that driving, and that's how they continue to offer stuff like this? I mean, I don't know, but that's my guess. Anyway, I spent enough time talking about that. Then like immediately said that was at 8:05, and then immediately same time 8:05 I got another DoorDash offer, so I took this and then shut Uber off, for the rest of the day. But so I got a $7.50 4.5 mile Dollar General, 3 items, and it was actually from my position, it was traveling through the downtown area over to my Dollar General, picking up there, and then kind of like delivering back to where I just was. So this is about like 2 miles down the street to Dollar General, 2 miles back to where I was, basically. The 3 items on that was some body spray and a couple things for hair products. And the cashier wasn't busy when I went in there. She helped me find all 3 items. So had this shopped in 1:43 out of 6.5 minutes. And it's a good thing she helped me, because that body spray was on an end cap, and I possibly would have had a lot of trouble finding that without help. And delivered that at 8:23. So all total, that was just 18 grand total minutes for $7.50. That's pretty good there. That was a $4 from DoorDash, $3.50 tip. Then I was making my way back home because it was slow. I was actually on our street when I get this. I was like, holy smokes, a $34 shopping order. Look at that. And I didn't notice. You see, it's Meijer, 3 items, and then the Target, 35 items, 13 miles. I didn't pay much attention when this came across that it was just both were going to the same customer. And my wife was kind of here getting ready and everything. And once I told her that, and I was like, as I was approaching and passing our apartment, I told her, hey, if there's any way you'd want to help me shop this Target. So she hurried up, finished getting ready. And then as soon I did the Meijer first. And then as soon as I checked out of there and was heading to Target, she started heading to Target to help me with that order. But first, the Meijer items was a beard wash and some hand moisturizing cream and some juicy juice box drinks or whatever. And the beard stuff was out, and I sent a shelf photo to the customer. Walked all the way from HBC clear back to the other opposite corner of the store to get that juice, and came back to that. You're talking like a good 5 minutes there, and the customer never responded. So I just checked out and issued the refund on the beard stuff. And so while I was in there, so this was while I was shopping, I got a add-on offer for another Target order, $6.50 for an additional 11 miles. And you see this routing here. It's, if you can make out the white pins. So basically, that was going to have me go, everything is in my zone or north of it that I already had. And this order was going to make me go out east to Obed's and then I have to come back to what my original customer, do that 11-mile detour for $6.50. So no, I decline that. Then, okay, so the shopping time on the Meijer was 8 minutes out of the recommended 6.5 because of that, the one item I couldn't find and was waiting on the customer. So that was at 8:49. Then I get to Target at 9:01. So the 35 items, it was a little bit tricky, I have to say. There was some tricky stuff in it. It was like mostly grocery items. There was a couple 32 packs of water. There was a big package of toilet paper, and there was some cleaning stuff in here, a couple different snacks. It's funny, the Aussie hair product that I got earlier for the other customer at Dollar General, that same thing was in this Target order for a different customer. That's kind of funny. There was like, what was there, well, I don't have them all on the screenshot here, but I think there was like 5 boxes of cereal, kid cereal. Couple things of candy, these lighters that a guy had to help us out with up at the checkout lanes, and they were only, out of all the checkout lane merchandise, they were only in one spot, so we needed help with that. Then I got I don't think I can't remember if I finished that order shopping or not. Let's see. No, I was still inside. I was about to get to the checkout. Okay, because this was at 9:35. I got a PetSmart order. Like, I'm getting orders left and right here before I'm even finishing the orders that I'm on. So this stack, $12.50, 4-mile PetSmart, one item. So, and it's going farther north. It's South Columbus. I went ahead and took it. I mean, $12.50. So I took that. Now I finished shopping Target at 9:37. So my wife and I had that shopped in 33 minutes 23 seconds out of a recommended 64 minutes. So about half the time, you might as well say. I thought we did pretty good on that. There's a couple other tricky items. There was some like tacks. And what was the other kind of tricky thing? Oh, these light bulbs. Not regular light bulbs, like the smaller one, clear, smaller light bulbs. And she actually, and I need to start doing this, I just haven't, but I need to start going on the websites and the apps for these stores, and like she was actually able to find exact aisle numbers and everything, whereas the DoorDash app for Target, at least my Target, doesn't have aisle numbers. So that was a big help on a couple of these things. That was at 9:37. Checked out, loading everything to the car. My wife bought a couple things from Target, so she headed home at that point. And then 14 minutes later, I had because PetSmart's just the next shopping center over. So I jogged over to PetSmart, got one 14-pound bag of cat food. Had that shopped in 2 minutes out of a recommended 2 minutes. Had that done at 9:51. Then I get like 10 minutes later, I get another stacked offer. So $11.25, 10.7 mile, pardon my cheesesteak. So I went ahead and took it. You see this new order is going like more north and west, but it's 11.25 and it's just like a food order. So I figure I go ahead and add that on. And I'm going to get pretty close to goal here with these orders. So that was at 10:07. So at 10:32, so 25 minutes later after receiving the offer, I had the pardon my cheesesteak delivered. So made good time on that. $2.75 from DoorDash, $8.50 tip for the 11.25. Then I deliver the PetSmart came next. That was at 11 minutes later at 10:43. $4 from DoorDash, $8.50 tip for $12.50. Okay. Then my last then oh, and I should say I didn't get I'm not sure why, but excuse me, I didn't get a screenshot for the $34 order. So, and I don't remember seeing it either on my phone, so I'm not sure why I wasn't given that that screen. I don't know, but I didn't get that. But that delivered, I think that delivered after the pardon my cheesesteak. I think, pardon my cheesesteak, and then I want to say the Meyer and Target order, and then I believe the cat food was last. All these orders left and right in that time span. Then I'm coming back to Zone, and I get my final offer. I declined at 10:58. Now at this point, had it had it been an order going north, because my wife and I is going to the north end of town. So hit this right here. This was I was almost back home, and $15.84, 14 and a half mile, just one item. But you see that's going east to Lockbourne. Had that been going north, then absolutely I would have accepted this, stopped here at home, grabbed my wife. We would have, done that order and then continued on up north. But I couldn't, going out east, that was going to delay us like probably an hour, going to where we were wanting to go. So that was a decline. And then I logged off about 4 minutes after that. Dash summary. It was a 4 hour and 43 minute dash. I was active 3 hours, 34 minutes of that. So I just had that one 20 minute or so period where it was dead, and then everything just kind of took off. 8 deliveries for $89.55. And so I was only just little over $10 short of goal. That's it. When I thought at one point I was thinking maybe I might only make 40 or 50 bucks for the day. So that was pretty cool, making that much by 11 o'clock in the morning. That's sweet. Drove 78 miles, so I made goal on mileage, and my acceptance rate stayed the same. Started and ended the dash was 75%. And that is it for today's dash. I got right now exactly 1 hour until my final DoorDash council meeting. unless going forward sometime in the future they might invite me to some other meeting that includes like past council members or some impromptu meeting or something like that. But as far as my current term that I'm serving on, today is the last meeting. And then kind of interesting to see, what all they say about what things they were looking to implement out of the ideas and suggestions that we brought to the table for this current term. So hopefully we find out some things today. But that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Stay hydrated in the heat. I know I did today. And be safe out there driving. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks again.